is our lesson number 3, India Internal Challenges. So when we're talking about India internal challenges, in this chapter we are talking about separatist movement, issues which has happened related to border in the northeast India, the Naxalism, the communalism and the regionalism. This all things we had studied in this chapter. That is, first we will go with the separatist movement. And the first separatist movement is unrest in Punjab. So the unrest in Punjab, there is a Akali Dal. This is a one type of political party. Okay, student, did you heard this name before? So now what is Akali Dal? Akali Dal is one of a political party which formed in the 14 December 1920. And this is considered itself the principal representative of Sikh. This is related, which we found in the Punjab, okay? Akali Dal party we found in the Punjab. And let's move that what type of separatist movement happened at that time of the Punjab after the independence year, and what type of role played by Akali Dal. So let's move towards the our lecture, okay? So Akali Dal found and the major role he played in the unrest in Punjab. You can find here in the 1973, the Akali Dal passed one resolution, passed one bill, that is Anandpur Sahib resolution. The Anandpur Sahib in the Anandpur Sahib resolution put certain demand. He put certain demand, and that demand is nothing but the first demand is made that Chandigarh is a part of the Punjab. The first demand he written in the Anandpur Sahib resolution, that is Chandigarh should be a part of a Punjab, and Punjab should be the Punjabi speaking part. Punjab is the Punjabi speaking part. And not only that, student, you have a number of demands, and which we have seen in this Anandpur Sahib resolution. The next demand is he had autonomy, that he wanted autonomy. Autonomy Okay, student, is I am audible? The Akali Dal, he passed one resolution in the 1973 through Anand Sahib resolution. And in that, his first demand is Punjabi speaking provinces. Then the Chandigarh should be part of the Punjab. The next demand is the recruitment in Indian Army from the state of the Punjab should be increased. And they want more autonomy given. They want more autonomy. Autonomy means independence. There should be no dependence of any political party when they are doing anything. It should be independent. Okay, fine.
Now the next thing happened, that is Akali Dal. The all demand in 1977, all demand has fulfilled by government, and it came into the power because their demand has been fulfilled. After this, they also asked for the large share of river water from Punjab. They also asked for the large share of the river water for Punjab, for Amritsar, because this is the holy city. Along with their old demand, they're having the old demand, but the same demand they're having about the large share of the waters. Now the next is in 1980. This is the evergreen moment, the unforgettable moment, that is Khalistan moment. The screen itself can see the Khalistan movement. So in Khalistan movement, student, in 1980, they started the movement of independent Khalistan. It started the movement, and during this period, the leader of Akali Dal was Sant Singh. So he used to direct his activities from the Golden Temple. You can see his activity from the Golden Temple. And at that time, the leader of Akali Dal was Sant Harshran Singh Logo. He wanted, and because of this, and number of things that happened in the Golden Temple, nearby the Golden Temple. This year, this moment is the unforgettable moment. Okay. Okay, on one side, what happened? On a okay. Now we are talking about the Khalistan movement. So in the Khalistan movement, on the one side, the Akali Dal part, who started the protest, who started the activist, and the on the other side, we can find the people or started the armed follower, the people gathering there by armed followers. You can see on the one side there are the two peoples, okay, and their main mission is Khalistan, independent Khalistan. But the one side they are coming from Akali Dal, and from the other side they are from the armed followers. They are from the armed followers. They are started gathering around, and they are standing confidently. They are standing confidently. They are gathering around. You can see in the picture also. Okay. This is what I will show you. Okay, you can find this type. From the one side, Akali Dal people, and the other side, the armed followers are there. both the people gathered in the Amritsar temple, the Golden Temple. Okay, both the people gathered over there, and their main is the Khalistan. They are the Khalistan supporters and the armed followers. The armed followers. Now, who is the leader of armed follower? The armed follower leader is nothing but the Sant Jarnail Singh Bhindranwale. The Sant Jarnail Singh Bhindranwale is the leader of the armed follower. He is the Khalistan supporters. And during that period, the terrorist activities had begun. At that time, the terrorist activities had begun, and Bhindranwale was arrested because of this activities in 1981 because he murdered the newspaper editor. He killed the newspaper editor whose name is Lala Jagat Narayan, and because of this he arrested in 1981. Okay, student, who is arrested means the president in 1983. Bhindranwale has stayed in a religious place. Bhindranwale went to stay in a religious place, and this place is nothing but Akali Takht. You can see in the screen also. I will show you. In 1983, Bhindranwale stay at a religious place, that is Akali Takht. And the Bhindranwale followers, the armed followers of Bhindranwale, what he did, he captured the Golden Temple. He captured the Golden Temple, and you can see in the picture itself, they built one barricades of sandbags. They built one barricades of a sandbag. Just look at this. And the area looked like a fort. The Golden Temple, nearby the surrounding area, they put the barricades of a sandbag. And then its area looked like a fort. These things is greatly disturbed the peace of Punjab. Now it was a major challenge for the Indian democracy that how to fight with the Bhindranwale followers. What to do now? And because of this, they started the Operation Blue Star. Because of this, they started with the Operation Blue Star. Who started because of the Bhindranwale and his follower. And what he did, as we all know, Bhindranwale followers, he captured the Golden Temple. Bhindranwale and his follower, he captured the Golden Temple. And because of this, somewhere now it has disturbed the peace of Punjab. And it was a major challenge for Indian democracy. And that's why the Indian president and prime ministers, they gathered and they started with the Operation Blue Star. In that Operation Blue Star, their main task is to getting the terrorist out of the Golden Temple, because the terrorists captured the Golden Temple. So their main task is to their main task? Their main task to getting out the Golden Temple. The terrorists should be out of the Golden Temple. And his leader of Operation Blue Star is nothing but the Major General Kuldeep Singh Brar. So on the morning of 3rd June 1984. This mission has been started, and the operation ended on the 6th June 1984. You can see in the screen also. Look at the army. Okay. So this is the 3-day operation. In this military operation, the Indian Army, their main function with great restraint. And the operation ended with the death of the Bhindranwale and the other terrorists. So after the death of the Bhindranwale and other terrorists, the Operation Blue Star has been ended. But in this Operation Blue Star, more than 400 common people were killed. More than 400 common people were killed. And this year is a great disturbance year for all of Punjabs, the state of the Punjabs. Afterward, in 1986, the same operation, that is Operation Black Thunder. The Operation Black Thunder has been conducted. Now, student, before going towards the Operation Blue Star, okay, we have seen after the death of the Bhindranwale and their followers, the terrorists, the operation has been stopped, the operation has been ended. But the next operation in 1986, the Operation Black Thunder has been started. And their main intention is, this Operation Black Thunder is against terrorists. Because again, some terrorists captured the Golden Temple. Again, in 1986, all things are happened. The terrorists captured the Golden Temple. And that's why the 1986, they again started with the Operation Black Thunder. And they take a severe action. The army, the Indian Army taken a severe action. And after the death of the terrorist, this Operation Black Thunder has been stopped. And slowly and gradually, the peace has been started in Punjab. The all thing has been sorted. The all thing has been solved slowly and gradually. It pick up the momentum. So here the Operation Black Thunder has been stopped after the terrorist death. Now, but the next issue has been started, that is Northeast India. Okay, okay. Now the Northeast India having the 8 states. Okay, that is Arunachal Pradesh, Manipur, Meghalaya, Mizoram, Nagaland, Sikkim, and Tripura. But they having some international borders, like the border is McMahon Line. Okay, we will study all this thing one by one. But because of this international borders, the large issue has been happened after the independence in the Northeast India. We'll go one by one. As you all know, they have their own languages like Sikkim, Nagaland, Arunachal Pradesh. The state is small, but they have their languages, their intensity, their cultural diversity. And the first Prime Minister of independence, that is Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru. What happened? The people in 1954, he formed the One Association, that is NEFA, that is Northeast Frontier Agency. What he did, he comprising of the territories on the Sino-India borders and the tribal area. In the NEFA, means Northeast Frontier Agency. In this, the which area is considered? When the territories on the Sino-Indian borders and the tribal area come together, the NEFA has been formed. Okay. So now what happens, student, in this time? When NEFA is formed, their main intention is to development of the tribal peoples. Because at that time now, the people who living in this, their main intention to the development and they're preserving the culture. And some special provisions has been made for this area through Schedule 6 of the Indian Constitution. They has passed some schedules for the Northeast India, the state which belongs to the Northeast India. And in 1965, what happened? The responsibility of administrating this area was given to the external affairs. In 1965, they have given the responsibility to the of this Northeast area to the External Affairs, Ministry of External Affairs. And they started one act, that is Northeast Council Act in 1971. The Ministry of External Affairs in 1971, he passed one act, that is Northeast Council Act. And their main advice regarding the aspect of common interest of economic and social spheres related to transportation, electricity, flood control. Their main intention is to handle all these things like transport, electricity, flood control, to manage all these things. So through this act, it is possible to manage and handle all these things. So now first we move towards the Mizoram. What issue has been happened in the state of Mizoram? Basically, the tribe in Northeast India have an ancient history. When in 1947 India became independent, the government gave the autonomy, the independent administration to the district of Mizoram. But what happened when after the India independence, when they gave a independent administration, the Mizo majority area, which belongs to the Lusai Hills, this independent autonomy, or we can say the independent administration given to the Mizo majority area who belongs to Lusai Hill. Okay, yes, we will